Bienvenidos al canal, chicos, bienvenidos a otro episodio de Hellblade. Tras pasar por ese puto laberinto, que tenemos un fragmento de la espada. Vamos a por el siguiente que está allí. ¿Cuántos son? Pues mínimo 3. Cuatro. Bah. Pues sí que son.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin, he was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
¿Qué? ¿Todo furula o no furula? Vale. Vamos a llegar a otro sitio ahora.
Stay back, don't touch it. You're curious.
Vamos a ver el puente hecho.
Focus. Where are we?
What is this?
It's the same.
Different.
It's another world. It's lighter.
It's nicer. I like it here.
Bridge.
La paranoia,
It's
¿no?
not broken.
It's fixed.
What happened?
The bridge is fixed.
Let's cross it.
Dillian is in there.
Don't forget.
You can feel him.
You can feel his presence.
You need the runes to find Dillian. You need Dillian. He's waiting for you.
He always said he would.
Open the gate. She
Aquí no me va a dejar entrar.
It's locked. Try harder.
She can't. The gate. She can't.
She can't. She will.
She'll find out. She always finds out.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Tampoco. ¿Qué? ¿Qué pasa? A las 5 habéis dicho, ¿no? ¿Ah? dicho que... No sé lo que he dicho. Pero bueno. A las 5 sí. A mí sí. Venga, a las 5 nos vemos allí. Luego. Ay. A ver.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe. Your curse has claimed Dillian.
Poor Dillian. He didn't know.
Con la puerta abierta.
Dillian.
There he is.
There he is.
What are you waiting for?
Quick, find a way.
Find him.
Go through.
Before he disappears.
Dillian, don't lose him.
Where is he?
Where's he gone?
We're in the wrong world.
He's not here.
She's in the wrong world.
He's not in this world.
He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
The dark.
The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light.
Está por aquí.
Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Si lo veo, que me maten.
Dillian undoes the curse.
What does it feel like to feel a love so strong?
No, tiene que estar aquí dentro. Mejor desde arriba.
You can't go up
You
there.
can't go up there.
Not in this world.
Not in this world.
There's no way out.
You can't. Do you remember what love feels like?
Yo creo que es por el otro lado. Por detrás. Y por eso se me ilumina aquí.
Do you remember meeting him beneath the tree?
He's the reason she's alive at all.
Pues va a ser que no.
Do you even remember?
Por aquí dentro.
It's guiding.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a
Hablando
wolf
de
and
Balder.
asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
He was the only one that really loved her.
He did love
Está hablando del enemigo de God of War. A ver, tiene que estar por aquí.
Do you remember the smell of his neck? He was the only one she could trust.
Could she trust him?
Pero no lo veo. No lo veo, por mucho que mire.
Saved you. He saved you.
Loves you.
You owe him.
His love keeps you strong.
No lo consigo ver.
Dillian saved you from them.
Yo creo que usa otra vez la máscara o algo. Vamos a probar a mirar otra vez la máscara. Es que si no, no me cuadra, tío. También está abierta, pero está largo. No, si vuelvo a usar la máscara es tontería, porque es lo mismo.
That are most precious to you.
Aquí lo tenemos abierto otra vez. Pero aquí está cerrado.
Dillian doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
Tiene que estar ahí entonces.
He cared in a way that nobody else did.
Tiene que estar por aquí. Pero es que no consigo verlo. Lo veo invertido. No lo veo. Ah, me cago en la puta, ya lo veo. El sol.
Do you remember what it was to touch him? Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark
No lo veía.
world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without you.
Look what happens to the things you love. Where are you taking me?
He's up there.
He couldn't see the darkness.
There's a way. There is a way up there.
Find the way.
She can do it. You're nearly there. She can find the way.
Pues fácil.
conscious
Creo que
struck
está
with him.
Vuelvo a mirar por aquí.
He saw that she was strong.
Ah, no sé si me dejará abrir esta puerta. No.
He was the only one that didn't mind the curse.
He loved us.
Ya, pero es que esa puerta está cerrada otra vez. Lo meto con los cojones. No, por aquí no puede ser.
He cared in a way that nobody else did. Do you remember the way he touched you?
Se está complicando la cosa, ¿eh? Porque es que no tengo ni puta idea cómo se va a reconstruir eso.
She should have listened to her father.
Why didn't she listen to her father?
She thought she could defy her father.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Puto Loki.
You are guilty. You will always be guilty.
Was it worth it?
Vale, ya sé cómo... Si miras las cosas con perspectiva se construyen.
Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillian's dead. He doesn't deserve to
The
be
Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies.
darkness.
She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Vamos a coger los tres símbolos.
He led you astray.
Years had passed since
Espero que
she
sean
left
más
her
fáciles.
father when you had the chance. She trained hard alongside her friend
His love has tortured you and
Dillian.
Vale,
She
pero aquí
saw
está la
things no
flecha.
one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement,
Aquí.
an intuition that made her an
Miranda.
exceptional warrior. Friendship
Con una
turned to love,
perspectiva.
but the shadow
Yo
of
sé.
darkness never let her go,
Ahí.
and she was caught between two worlds,
What if they're
that of Sinbad
Tenemos la
and her
flecha.
past, and Dillian,
by minute?
her future,
What does she think she's
two
doing?
realities tearing at her soul.
Special. She thinks she can read.
they mean nothing.
Being special. What does it feel like to be in love? It will be a waste of her time. What if
The gods are just
playing,
What if the gods are love?
messing with her?
It wouldn't be
Be the first time.
Do you remember the smell of his neck?
puerta aún
Do you
no la
remember
tenemos.
meeting him beneath the tree?
Pero si la miramos con perspectiva.
Do you remember how he made you feel?
No.
Dillian didn't believe in the curse. Dillian believed in you.
Si la veo que me maten. Ya la veo. Pero está invertida. Así que tengo que mirar donde señala la sombra. O tengo que cruzar hacia el otro lado. El caso es como cruzo.
What does it feel like to be in love?
Como cruzo.
Nobody will love her now.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the things she
Voy a tener las mismas.
She destroys the things she loves.
¿O no? La Z venía de ahí arriba. ¿Pero de dónde exactamente?
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly innocent. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
¿Y para qué me dejan entrar aquí?
He was kind to her.
Vale, vale. Abro las dos puertas, utilizo eso.
Dillian undoes the curse.
What does it feel like to feel a love so strong? Do you think she remembers him?
Nobody will love her.
En teoría, me voy a dejar de pasar ya. Aquí está la M. Sí, la veo.
Wasting your
You have no time for this. Speed
These
up.
rooms mean nothing. It's part of their game.
They've set you trials to distract you.
They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall.
What if these
Y ya
trials
solo me quedaría la otra
is swallowing you
Laughing
que
at
está
you.
aquí.
What if they take you no closer to Dillian?
Dillian, and you're letting this get in the way.
Just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle.
Do you even remember?
His love is guiding you.
Y bingo.
What if this is pointless?
What are you doing? Why did you think
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
Que Loki, eres un cabrón, tío.
Everything gets broken.
You killed him with your love because he believed in you.
Uf.
Dillion!
Ven, nos dice.
It's not safe.
Dillion never much cared for the underworld,
You're going to fall.
and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbad.
You can do it.
I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, had to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly
Pues estoy dando para atrás y a la A. Joder. Es que como no te explica muy bien, hay que hacerlo otra muerte más. La cuarta. Creo.
Dillion! Dillion never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbad. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see,
Very careful.
and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, had to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly
Pero se cae. Es que no te explican lo que tienes que hacer exactamente con el equilibrio, tío. No te dan un tutorial, no te...
With your love because he believed in you.
La quinta muerte. Voy a ir todo lo despacio que pueda.
Dillion!
Que ya te voy a explicar. Esto es para esto. Esto es para tener equilibrio, tal, no sé qué.
Yes.
Dillion never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father,
Vale, parece que es
Sinbad.
con el joystick derecho.
I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see,
Very careful.
and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, had to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly
Venga, va.
began to unravel.
Be quick. Be quick. Careful.
¿Qué te haces? Que ya te lo podrían haber dicho los cabrones, como...
It's not safe.
¿Cómo es?
You're going to fall. Careful.
No, she's not. She's not going to. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua.
Perspectivas variadas. Completa el desafío de fragmento de la torre. Justo hemos tardado media hora. Que es que me cago en su puta madre, no te explicaban el joystick para mantener el
Senua.
equilibrio, tal, no sé qué.
Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you and only you can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just
Y aquí lo dejamos, chicos, este episodio. Espero os haya gustado y nos vemos en el próximo.